It's crazy to think that someone so accomplished, talented, and most importantly, respected and admired as Will Smith could have a downfall as pitiful and embarrassing as he's had these past 5 years. I mean, the 2020s have been very unkind to Will Smith, as it seems at least once a year or every several months or so, there's just some embarrassing or some sort of cringe moment of Will Smith. And for someone who I looked up to as a child, this is honestly just hard to see and very, very disappointing. But that's enough yap. Let's get into why Will Smith's cringe manufactured comeback failed. And run that intro. Before we get in too deep, pause. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. One of the things that have defined Will Smith's career is how much people admired him. Prior to 2020, you'd be pretty hard pressed to find too many Will Smith haters, and even really up to 2022, you know, before this. Richard! There wasn't too many people out there that disliked Will Smith, but obviously things would change in the coming years and it would lead us to where we are today. As Will Smith has made his grand return to music, it has begun to destroy our eardrums and put our sense of hearing through insane amounts of torment. Nah, but in all seriousness, Will Smith has made his grand comeback to music with his new album based on a true story, as well as a new song called Pretty Girls, which he also dropped a music video for, and a freestyle which we'll say is just to keep it nice, we'll say it was pretty interesting.
Well, ask me how I do it.
I just bite off more than I can chew. Then I chew it.
Yeah, y'all jokers thought I blew it. I pulled the pin out the grenade on purpose when I threw it. And even though I'm an action star.
And I'm sorry, but this new Will Smith album, it's just not up to par. At least personally, in my personal opinion, it isn't really too good. And I didn't really listen to the album in full or do some big major deep dive into it. But from the stuff I have listened to, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This album is straight dog shit. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration. This album ain't too bad. It's not all that good either, but it's not like the worst thing I've ever heard. But it also wasn't like he was on there spitting. Like, I was like, damn, that shit was cold. I didn't really get none of that either. You know, it's pretty mid overall. But I'm clearly not the only one who thinks this new Will Smith album is not very good, because based on a true story, only sold 268 copies in the UK and failed to chart on the Billboard Top 200 here in the US, despite having features on the album from people like Big Sean, Tiana Taylor, and even his own son Jada Smith. And if you somehow don't know, an album selling only 268 copies, it's well, we'll say it's not very good. We're gonna keep it nice. This ain't a Will Smith hate video. We'll say it's not very good. It's fucking terrible. I'm just have to be honest. Especially for someone like Will Smith, who was internationally known and would pretty much be recognized anywhere he went. And like I said, his new music is pretty mid, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's not like bad. Like, I done heard some real trash lately, but it's not really all that good. For him to put so much into this new music, it's really nothing to really, it's nothing really there. You know, like I said, it's pretty mid overall. And I will play it for you, but I'm not risking that copyright. But I will go over some of the lyrics in some of these songs, at least some of the lyrics that kind of were a little interesting to me. Maybe, you know, got on my nerves a little bit, pissed me off maybe, but just were a little interesting when you really think about what's being said. Now, these lyrics are from the first song on the new album called Barbershop Day, and this is pretty much the intro to the album, with DJ Jazzy Jeff, of course, and an interesting feature from B. Simone, which was definitely not someone I expected to be on this album, especially with everything that's going on with her lately. But the song starts off saying this: Will Smith is canceled. Oh, you can't cancel no icon. Boy, please. He walk around like he all invincible or somebody. Don't be messing with Will. He the Fresh Prince. And this is something that kind of pisses me off a bit about a lot of Gen Xers and just people who are like 45 years and older. And this ain't really a diss, but like, y'all age is playing a factor in this sort of behavior. This whole, oh,
you can't cancel me, I ain't afraid of no cancel culture. Oh, cancel me if you want, I don't care about being canceled. There's just a bunch of internet clowns and a bunch of little snowflakes and a bunch of little young people who are sensitive. I don't care about you can cancel me all you want. I don't care about being canceled.
Like, dude, we get it. We can't cancel you because you're too old and you come from a tough generation and you don't care about being canceled. Blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, you don't get any points saying, oh, you can't cancel me, I don't care about being canceled. You think you brought a bunch of little kids like you can cancel me? Bro, shut the fuck up. Please. Nobody asked if you cared about cancel culture. Nobody said they wanted to cancel you. Like, that's why I'm like, for him to, bro, for Will Smith to put this at the beginning of the intro to his album, it's like, dude, yeah, has Will Smith been getting clowned lately? Have people been going in on him? Whatever, sure, but who said they was trying to cancel Will Smith? Nobody. Also, by saying you don't care about being canceled or cancellation, you ironically show that you do care, because someone who didn't care about being canceled would just do what they do, say what they say, and that would be it. We wouldn't hear that I don't care about being canceled. We would just see it. They would just do what they do. They would never explain themselves. They would never apologize. And they'd be like, damn, that nigga right there, he don't give a fuck. But no, you gotta let everybody know that you don't. Okay, buddy. And then for his verse for this song, he starts saying things that I find to be pretty interesting. I think this is sort of how Will Smith feels about himself deep down, and this is how he thinks people view him now. But he wants to pretend like everything is all cool, and he doesn't really care about what people think about him. And you can see this where he says he used to be cool, and I don't remember the last flick he did, and oh, he's down bad. You know, I think he thinks that's how people think of him right now. Which, I mean, he kind of is down bad, bro. Like, we gonna get into this later, but that whole AI crowd thing is insane. But then he just tries to cover it all, saying, you know, he can fit your whole house in his pool, and he's just so rich and got so much wealth, and he was the first rapper to win a Grammy off rap, and he didn't even cuss in it, blah, 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 right? And again, I just think Will is subtly kind of exposing how he thinks people think about him based on these past 5 years, which I'm pretty sure plenty of people have probably changed their opinion on Will Smith based on what's happened these past 5 years. I mean, I know I have a little bit, you know, I'm still trying to be a fan a little bit, but like, damn, like, it's just getting bad. But like the way he points out how people used to think he was cool, and then he tries to like flex by saying, oh, I'm so rich and blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. It's like, I don't even know Will Smith was doing stuff like that, flexing on people and shit. But also, nobody ever questioned Will Smith's greatness. Now, we may question his choices in marriage and all that, but nobody ever questioned his greatness. So I don't even know why he's bringing that up. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. But then we get to the part, this one particular line that really pissed me off the most.
You wish you had a Jada Pinkett next to you.
Are you serious right now, bro?
You wish you had a Jada Pinkett next to you. Yes, you're so right. Man, do I wish I had me a Jada Pinkett. Oh man, fuck. If only I had a Jada. Like, bro, when I tell you my head nearly exploded when I heard that. Like, what are we even talking about right now? You wish you had a Jada Pinkett next to you. Nigga, no I don't. I don't think any man wishes they had a Jada Pinkett next to them. Maybe August or something. But like, seriously, what world does Will Smith live in? Like, is he seeing the same shit we seeing? Maybe we seeing it through a different lens than him? Because what the fuck are you talking about? The person that we all wish was next to us, Jada Pinkett. This is the woman who cheated on her husband, then interviewed her husband about how she cheated on him, and then posted that interview for millions to see, which then led to memes of the situation, you being mocked, and then the guy she cheated on you with making a whole song about it, just egging it on even more. Talking about the definition of entanglement is when you tangled in them sheets. Bro, this is so disrespectful. Then years later, Jada got Tupac's name all in her mouth. Just she'll never stop talking about him, dude. Like, it's crazy, bro. She reading his letters and all that stuff. Bro, y'all remember when Willow wrote a letter? This is when she was a little kid. She wrote a letter to Tupac talking about, come home. My mom will be so happy when you come home. What the fuck? Bro, like, you really gotta think about this, bro. Neither one of her kids were even alive when Tupac was still on earth. Yet one of them is writing a letter talking about, come home so mommy can be happy. Are you serious? It's 30, and then 30 years later, she's still on him. Let that man rest in peace, bro. Damn. damn, like it's over. Y'all did whatever y'all did back in the day, like it's done. Like damn, like bro, I think I'm good on having a Jada Pinkett next to me, bro. I think I'm solid on that. But let's move on to the next song. This is from the song You Looking For Me, and it's really just one line in particular that really kind of gets at me, and it's this one line: personal life with my wife, mind your business, it's complicated. Dog, like what do you mean personal life with your wife, mind your business? Brother man, my brother in Christ, my brother in Allah, whatever. The only reason we know about this personal life with your wife is because you two decided to share that information with us. People were speculating all this stuff for years, but nobody knew what was going on. Y'all decided, hey, let's get up on the red table. Let's tell everybody about our bullshit. Like the streets wasn't asking for the red table talk. That was your decision. You decided to do that. You decided to put that out. Somebody was in the editing chair like, oh yeah, this finna go crazy. And again, this is just something I hate, but when people share information about themselves online and then they be like, oh, y'all gotta stay out of my business, buddy, then don't post it. Like what? There's plenty of shit that go on in my life that never hit a social media. What? How are you going to say that and then post all your stuff? Like we never asked about your business, about your relationship, what y'all had going on. You decide to share that information and then you get all butthurt when people have an opinion on it that you don't like. But yeah, man, Will Smith made a comeback to music and it flopped pretty hard, and I really honestly think it's just because he's trying too hard. He wants to seem so unbothered by everything that's happened these past few years, even though he is clearly still very bothered by it. And I mean, who in that situation wouldn't be bothered by that stuff? I mean, you're being embarrassed by your wife constantly over and over and over. Your significant other they just will not stop. They just going out their way. I mean, it's like she wake up every day like, damn, how can I hold Will Smith today? How can I make him look stupid today? Well, what's a good idea? Rubbing her bald head, wishing herself good luck or something. Like, it's like, damn. And like everything he did, from the music video for Pretty Girls, which, you know, I find pretty interesting. Apparently Will Smith called Kendrick and Jay-Z before making this new music, you know, looking for advice on, you know, what to do when it comes to putting out some new music. And they basically just told him to just keep it real, you know, tell everybody what you want to tell them, talk about what you want to talk about. And then bro makes a song saying, I like pretty girls, 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 girls. Like, is that what you've been holding in this whole time? I mean, I would have assumed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you keeping it real with? Or even like this over the top energy in this freestyle, which, you know, quick side note, some of the worst bars I've ever heard in my life. You know, I grew up in the, you know, Lil Pump era where people was just saying the same word over and over a beat. The beat was carrying them, bro. So I know what some trash sounds like, and this is some of the worst shit I've ever heard. I just bite off more than I can chew, then I chew it. What? I pulled the pin out the grenade on purpose when I threw it. Okay? Like, I would assume if you have a grenade in your hand and you pulled the pin and you threw it, you know, you pulled the pin on purpose? I mean, I don't know, but let me know something. But another thing about this freestyle is at the end he goes, this is the bounce back. And it's like, bounce back from what, right? The bounce back from the entanglement, the Oscars. Even that dude who said that Will Smith was getting his back broken by Dwayne Martin.
Who was on top? It wasn't a top. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him.
Like, bro, like that's, bro, you see what I'm saying? It's just like everybody in his life trying to embarrass him at this point. There was no reason for that dude to say that. We don't even know if that's true for real, but he just went out of his way to be like, hell yeah. Did y'all know Will Smith's big 6'2" ass was getting his back broke? Like, damn. Like, we ain't need to know that, bro. That, like, you can't catch a break. So again, Will Smith is, you know, this is supposed to be the bounce back. You know, he went through all this hell the past few years, but he's finally going back to where he was. I mean, I even saw him on a KSI stream. Like, to me, he was just doing everything he could to try to win the public's favor, to try to get everybody back on his side, get everybody to like him again. And he's just clearly not over any of this yet. And I mentioned this earlier, but to make things worse, like I said, bro, Will Smith just cannot stop embarrassing himself at this point. Will Smith posted a video to his personal YouTube channel where he's performing at a show and there's this huge crowd of people. You know, everybody's going crazy. He's running through the crowd. The crowd's giving him all this praise. They got these signs up. Somebody even said like, something helped them beat cancer or something. And then you come to find out that the entire video was AI generated. Will Smith got someone to generate an AI video, literal fake people, literal fake people in the crowd that are like, oh my god, I wouldn't be here if it was for you, Will Smith. Oh my god, my grandmother was on her deathbed, but then she got up because of you, Will Smith. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? I mean, did he make the video like with the AI stuff? Probably not. He probably don't know how to use it like that. But like, why would he post it? He posted that himself. Why? Why? What are you doing? And like, don't get me wrong, Will Smith can perform somewhere and have it jumping, have it going, have people in the crowd having a good time. So I don't know why he did this. Like, you won a Grammy for a reason. People still mess with your music. Even to this day, you can have a crowd going crazy. So why are you posting AI videos? And he just can't stop doing it to himself. Like, he just stuck in this cycle. Like, bro, Will Smith, bro, you didn't have a great career. You done enough, bro. If you just want to go out and chill and live with your wealth, do that. But, bro, like, come on, AI videos, bro. This is the level we going to, is AI videos. But at the end of the day, Will Smith did this all to himself. He just can't figure out how to stop embarrassing himself. I mean, he continued to be with somebody who just embarrassed him and disrespecting him publicly time and time again, year after year after year after year. I mean, did she write like a whole book about all the stuff that was going on? Like, she trying to make profit off this shit, man. Damn. But you continue to be behind her and support her. Keep my wife's name out your mouth, man. This is my personal business, man. Get out of here. Wake up and smell the fucking roses. Like, how many times you gotta be taught the same lesson? And like I said, this ain't like some Will Smith hate video. I don't hate Will Smith. I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to be a fan, but it's like, dude, it's hard to be a fan of somebody who just lets people in their life, like, these are their personal, they have personal connections with these people. These are very deep connections, and they just letting these people walk all over them all the time. I mean, the dude literally talking about, oh yeah, Will Smith was in there bent over. Like, for what, bro? You did not have to say that. He's just a punching bag at this point, bro. I don't get it. Like, and then he trying so hard to seem so unbothered, like he don't care, don't mean nothing to him. Oh, I'm richer than you, you can't fuck with me, whatever. It's like, dude, yeah, you rich, so go enjoy your riches, bro. Enjoy the wealth. Like, take time and actually heal from this shit and move on, instead of trying to convince us all we the ones that's in the wrong. But that's just why this comeback failed. Like I said, he trying too hard. He's trying to win people back that he really never lost. And do I think Will Smith can make a big comeback one day and win back all the fans? Sure. But the only way he's gonna do that is he has to realize he never lost any fans to begin with. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, turn on post notifications, share this video. On our way to 2,000 subscribers. Like and sub so we can get there. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks to everybody that's been subscribing. I'm out though. Catch you guys next time.